Welcome, seekers of truth and bearers of purpose. They say, a torch doesn't need to announce its fire. The light speaks for itself. And that is precisely what happens when you walk as one set apart. The world knows, even before you do. There are moments when the air shifts around you, when the eyes of strangers linger, when conversations bend toward your presence. They may not always understand it, but they sense it. You are not like the rest. You are chosen. And today, we uncover the 7 undeniable signs that people know it too. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe. This journey is far from over, and you don't want to miss what comes next. 1. The weight of unspoken recognition. There is an energy around you that speaks before you do. Some people stare without realizing it, their eyes drawn to you like an unexplainable force. Others pause mid-sentence when you enter a room, as if an invisible shift has occurred. It's not always admiration. Sometimes it's confusion. They see something in you that they cannot articulate, and while they may not understand its full meaning, they feel it. Have you ever had strangers treat you with an unusual level of respect? Have you noticed that people hesitate before addressing you, almost as if searching for the right words? This is because there is a presence about you that commands attention. You do not have to demand recognition. It happens naturally. Even when people don't consciously acknowledge it, their actions betray their subconscious understanding that you are different. Some will be drawn to this presence, sensing safety, wisdom, or authority. Others may feel uneasy around you, not because you have done anything wrong, but because your light unsettles something within them. Darkness is always aware of light, and sometimes, even those who are not consciously opposed to goodness will react with discomfort. It's also common to experience moments where people you have never met open up to you, as if you carry a divine invitation to their burdens. They may tell you things they've never told anyone, share secrets they've held onto for years, or seek your guidance despite barely knowing you. This isn't mere coincidence. It's because they see something, perhaps not with their eyes, but with their spirit. On the other hand, there are those who will resent your presence without reason. You may walk into a room and feel the resistance, even if no words are exchanged. Some may become inexplicably hostile toward you, as if they sense a threat they cannot explain. This is the weight of being chosen. People recognize something in you before you fully recognize it in yourself. Whether you've experienced admiration, reverence, or rejection, know that all of it stems from the same truth. You are set apart. The world may not always understand it, but it knows. And the way people react to you will often reveal more about their own spirit than about you. 2. Resistance. From the unseen. One of the most telling signs that people know you are the chosen one is the resistance you face, not just from individuals, but from forces you cannot always see. The moment you begin walking in alignment with your purpose, the opposition rises. It may come in the form of unexpected obstacles, betrayals, or relentless setbacks that seem too precise to be mere coincidence. This is not because you are doing something wrong, but because you are stepping into something right. Have you ever noticed how, just when things seem to be falling into place, something disrupts the momentum? Perhaps opportunities vanish at the last moment, relationships shift without explanation, or strange circumstances block your path. These patterns are not accidental. They are a direct response to the light within you. The enemy does not attack what is not a threat. Spiritual resistance often manifests through people. you might encounter individuals who seem almost sent to discourage or distract you. These people may not even realize that they are being used to challenge your resolve. They might criticize your path, create unnecessary conflict, or constantly test your patience. If you find yourself surrounded by negativity despite doing nothing to invite it, it is a sign that your presence is disturbing something in the spiritual realm. But resistance doesn't always come from the outside. It can also rise within. Doubt, fear, and self-sabotage often appear just when you are on the verge of breakthrough. You may question your own abilities, feel an urge to retreat, or suddenly struggle with thoughts of unworthiness. This is another tactic of opposition to convince you that you are not who you are called to be. The weight of this resistance can be exhausting. You may feel as if you are constantly fighting battles that others do not even notice. While some people seem to glide through life without major obstacles, you face one storm after another. But understand this: gold is refined in fire. If you are experiencing persistent opposition, it is because your calling is too great to be left unchallenged. What is important to remember is that resistance is confirmation, not condemnation. If you were not carrying something significant, there would be no effort to stop you. The world does not waste energy on the insignificant. Every setback, every hardship, and every closed door is proof that you are walking a path that matters. Those who are chosen do not live easy lives, but they live purposeful ones. And every challenge you face is shaping you into the person you are meant to become. Stand firm, because the resistance is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of divine preparation. 3. The magnetism of the lost. One of the most profound ways people reveal that they recognize something different about you is through their trust. You may have noticed that strangers seem to confide in you without hesitation, or that people with heavy burdens gravitate towards you as if drawn by an unseen force. This is not mere coincidence. It is a sign that they recognize something in you, a sense of peace, wisdom, or divine authority, even if they cannot explain it. Those who are searching for meaning, struggling with inner turmoil, or feeling lost often find themselves opening up to you in ways that surprise even them. It's as if their soul recognizes yours before their mind has a chance to question it. They sense that you are safe, that you will not judge them, and that you carry an understanding beyond the ordinary. Think about the times when someone you barely knew poured out their life story, their fears, or their regrets to you. Have you ever wondered why? The world is full of people, yet they chose you. It is because you are carrying something spiritual, something unseen yet deeply felt. It's not just individuals in distress who recognize this. Even those who seem to have it all together may feel drawn to you, sensing a clarity or depth in you that they lack. They might not even be able to articulate why they feel compelled to be near you, but their actions speak louder than words. This magnetism can be a blessing, but it can also be a burden. While you may feel honored that people trust you, it can also become overwhelming. The weight of carrying others' pain, of constantly being the person people turn to, can be exhausting. But it is also confirmation of your purpose. Many who are chosen experience seasons where they feel like a counselor, a guide, or even a lifeline for others. People may turn to you for advice, even when you do not consider yourself particularly wise. They may seek comfort in your presence, even when you are struggling yourself. This is because being chosen is not about perfection. It is about being a vessel. You are being used to impact others in ways you may not fully understand. However, this magnetism can also attract the wrong people, those who seek to drain you rather than grow with you. Some may latch onto you, not because they wish to walk in the light, but because they want to take from yours. This is why discernment is crucial. Not everyone who seeks your presence is meant to remain in your space. If you have ever wondered why you seem to draw people in without trying, it is because they see something. They may not have the words for it, but their spirit recognizes yours. And this is one of the clearest signs that you are set apart. The exile and the isolation. One of the most painful, yet revealing signs that people recognize you as the chosen one is the sense of isolation that follows you. It's not that you actively push people away. Often, the opposite is true. You long for deep connections, for companionship that understands your spirit, and yet, time and time again, you find yourself walking alone. This separation isn't random. It is part of the refining process that every chosen one undergoes. You may have noticed that old friendships begin to fade without explanation. People you once connected with suddenly seem distant. Invitations stop coming. Conversations feel forced. You might even be in a room full of people and still feel completely unseen, as if you exist on a different frequency than those around you. This loneliness can be disorienting. You may ask yourself, why don't I fit in? Why do I always feel different? But the answer is simple. You are set apart. Being chosen means walking a path that few understand. And because of this, not everyone can accompany you on the journey. If you look back, you may realize that even from a young age, you never fully belonged. Maybe you saw the world differently than your peers. Maybe your mind wrestled with deeper thoughts, while others focused on trivial matters. Maybe you felt a connection to something greater, something beyond what could be explained by logic alone. Chosen ones often go through seasons where they feel rejected, not because they are unworthy, but because they are being protected. Certain friendships, environments, and influences must be removed so that you can grow without interference. It may feel like abandonment, but in reality, it is preparation. You are not meant to be entangled in places that would diminish your light. But here's the paradox. While you may feel alone, you are never truly alone. The isolation is not punishment. It is an invitation to deepen your connection with God. In the stillness, in the solitude, you are given clarity. The noise of the world is stripped away so that you can hear the voice of the one who called you. This period of exile also serves another purpose. It strengthens you. When you are not reliant on external validation, you become unshakable. When you learn to stand alone, you become unstoppable. You develop a resilience that cannot be broken by the shifting tides of human approval. Many will not understand this journey. Some may even look at your solitude and mistake it for failure. But do not be deceived. The greatest figures in history, those who changed the world, walked alone before they were ever recognized. And the same is true for you. If you feel the weight of isolation, take heart. It is not a sign of weakness, but of calling. You are not meant to blend in. You are meant to stand apart. 5. The unreasonable expectation. One of the most frustrating, yet telling signs that people recognize you as the chosen one is the way they hold you to a different standard. You may have noticed that people expect more from you than they do from others. More wisdom, more patience, more responsibility, more resilience. They tolerate flaws in others, but are quick to call out even the smallest mistake in you. This is because, whether consciously or not, they recognize that you carry something different. You are not like everyone else, and they sense it. Even if they never say it outright, their actions reveal that they see something in you that they do not see in others. This is why they expect you to always be the bigger person, to always have the answers, to never show weakness. At times, this expectation can feel unfair. You may wonder why people react so strongly to your failures when they easily forgive the same mistakes in others. You may feel exhausted trying to meet the standards they set for you, standards you never agreed to in the first place. But here's the truth. The weight of being chosen comes with the weight of expectation. Even in Scripture, those who were called by God were never treated like the rest. They were refined through trials, held to a higher level of accountability, and tested in ways others were not. This is because their role was greater. Their purpose required more from them. And the same applies to you. You may also notice that people often seek your guidance, even when you are struggling yourself. They assume you have the answers, even when you feel lost. They look to you for leadership, even when you never asked to be a leader. This is because, deep down, they recognize that you are different, even if they cannot explain why. But this expectation is not just about what people demand from you. It is also about the way they react to your presence. Some may admire you, but others may resent you without reason. Have you ever had someone dislike you without cause? Have you experienced hostility from people you barely know? This is because the light in you exposes something in them, something they would rather keep hidden. When you carry a divine calling, people will either be drawn to it or be repelled by it. Those who are ready for truth will seek you out, while those who resist it will resist you. And often, their expectations of you are not based on fairness, but on their own internal battles. If you find yourself being held to an impossible standard, understand this: it is not about you. It is about the calling you carry. People know, even if they never admit it. And that knowledge shapes the way they treat you, for better or for worse. 6. The unshakable. Calling one of the strongest signs that you are the chosen one, and that people recognize it, is the undeniable pull of your calling. You may have tried to walk away from it. You may have convinced yourself that it was just in your imagination. You may have even tried to live an ordinary life, to blend in, to follow a simpler path. And yet, no matter what you do, the calling remains. It does not matter how many times you try to ignore it. It follows you. It speaks to you in the quiet moments, in the deep places of your soul. Even when you try to distract yourself with the noise of the world, it finds a way to remind you. And others see it too. Have you ever noticed that people often tell you things like, "You're meant for something greater," or "I feel like you have a big purpose"? Sometimes, even those who do not believe in God will acknowledge that there is something different about you. They may not have the words for it, but their spirit recognizes what their mind does not. Your calling is not just something you pursue. It is something that pursues you. It manifests in the way you see the world, in the deep restlessness you feel when you are not walking in your purpose. While others may be content with mediocrity, you are not. No matter how much you try to settle, something within you resists. You feel an urgency, a knowing that you were meant for something beyond the ordinary. This calling is not just a personal struggle. It is something that others notice about you. They may not always understand it, but they can sense that you are different. Some may admire it, others may envy it, and some may even fear it. But one thing is certain: they see it. There will be moments when people expect you to take charge, even when you never asked to be a leader. They may turn to you for guidance, for wisdom, for direction, assuming that you have answers even when you are searching yourself. This is because, whether they admit it or not, they recognize the authority placed upon you. But being chosen is not always easy. The weight of your calling can feel overwhelming. There may be times when you want to run, to escape the responsibility that comes with it. You may question why you were chosen at all. But no matter how far you go, you will always feel the pull back to your purpose. And the world will continue to recognize it, even when you try to hide it. Because when you carry something divine, it cannot be concealed. Your calling is written into your very being, and that is something that can never be erased. 7. The silent war around you. One of the most revealing signs that you are the chosen one is the unseen battles that seem to surround your life. You may have noticed that strange obstacles arise at critical moments. Doors that should have opened suddenly slam shut. People who once supported you turn against you without explanation. It feels as if something is actively working against you, trying to keep you from stepping fully into your purpose. This is not coincidence. It is spiritual warfare. The enemy does not waste energy on those who are not a threat. If your life feels like a battlefield, it is because you are carrying something powerful, something that darkness fears. You are not called for an ordinary existence. You are called to disrupt the plans of the enemy, to bring light where there is darkness, to awaken those who are spiritually asleep. And because of this, you are opposed. Have you ever experienced seasons where everything seemed to go wrong at once? Financial struggles, health issues, broken relationships, unexpected losses, one after another, as if life itself were conspiring against you. Have you ever been attacked in ways that felt too precise, as if something unseen were pulling the strings? This is not bad luck. It is confirmation of your identity. People around you may not fully understand what you are facing, but they sense it. Some may notice that you seem to attract unusual challenges. Others may be drawn to you because they feel a peace in your presence, even if they don't know why. And some may instinctively react to you with hostility, as if something in them recognizes something in you and resents it. This war is not just external. It is also internal. You may struggle with doubt, insecurity, and fear, even when you know you are called for something greater. You may find yourself battling thoughts that tell you that you are not good enough, that you are not strong enough, that you are not worthy. These thoughts are not your own. They are meant to keep you from stepping into your purpose. But here's the truth. The battle itself is proof of your calling. If you were not chosen, there would be no need to resist you. If you were not meant to do great things, there would be no effort to stop you. The world sees this war playing out around you, even if they do not recognize it for what it is. Some will admire your perseverance. Others will misunderstand your struggles. And some will be used against you without even realizing it. But through it all, one thing remains clear. You are in a fight because you are important. The battles you face are not signs of failure. They are signs of your purpose. And as long as you stand firm, Nothing can stop you from becoming who you were always meant to be. If these signs resonate with you, don't ignore them. Being chosen is not about comfort, it is about purpose. And while the world may not always celebrate you, heaven already has. Walk boldly, knowing that every challenge, every battle, and every moment of solitude is shaping you into the vessel you were meant to be. Some will recognize your calling and support you. Others will see it and resist you. But no matter how the world reacts, your purpose remains unchanged. You were not called to fit in. You were called to stand apart. If you found this video meaningful, subscribe. The road is long, but you are not walking it alone. Until next time, stand firm, chosen one.